Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene. For those of you who are new, and to my loyal subscribers, thank you as always for coming back. So we've gone quite international over here, okay? So in today's video, I'll be featuring Niche4All. So since I received these, I've been playing with them. I've been sniffing, testing them out. I want to say a special thank you to Johan, who is the CEO of Niche4All, and he was kind enough to send me these fragrances, and I am so excited to share them with you guys. Just to give you guys a visual on what the packaging looks like. So the fragrances come packaged like this. I received 3 full sizes. I also have some samples in here that I want to share with you guys because ironically, the samples that Johan chose for me, I ended up liking a little bit more than the ones I selected myself. When I received the fragrances, I immediately started testing them out. I used these fragrance cards, fragrance blotters, whatever you call them, and I have notes on them about my experience. I have notes in my phone. I went all in. It was like a Niche4All discovery pretty much. I will just go ahead and start with the full sizes and then we will dive into the samples. The packaging is very simple. You will have the brand name right here as well as the name of the fragrance right here. So pretty straightforward. On the website, you get more details about the notes and everything. A lot of these fragrances are inspired by other well-known brands that you probably know and love. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about what they're inspired by, but rather the actual fragrance itself. I spread these cards about 6 days ago, and for the most part, the fragrance is still very much on every single one of them. Pineapple Oak is inspired by Creed Aventus. These are all unisex fragrances, so anyone can wear them. When I spread this, of course, knowing what it's inspired by, I immediately could detect some of that DNA. It's a mix between Aventus and Hachivat by Nishane. I would describe this one as a crisp, fruity, vibrant fragrance. This one is loaded with some fruity notes like bergamot and pineapple. I get so much sparkling vibrancy from this. When I first sprayed, to me the bergamot stands out. To my nose, not so much the pineapple, but I do detect that freshness, that citrusy vibe from the bergamot. Although I think they're all unisex, I would say that this one leans just a little bit more masculine, but that does not deter me from using it. So this one is Pineapple Oak, and while it might have a little bit of that Aventus Hachivat DNA, it does have its own thing going on. So I really like that, and I think guys would really enjoy this. The next one is Patchouli Cedar. This one is inspired by Killian's Straight to Heaven. When I first sprayed it, I liked it, but it was not a love at first spray. This one had to grow on me a little bit. So I did a full day wear test of this one, and that is how I discovered how amazing it is. I chose this one because of the patchouli in it. There are some dried fruits and vanilla in this one. And you also have the cedar and patchouli. I would say that the patchouli is more in the background. I do detect the cedar, some of the warmth from the vanilla. I love it on my skin. Compared to Pineapple Oak, I would say that this one projects less, but it sits a little closer to the skin, but it has a lot of warmth to it. Like I said, it's very refined, and I do like it a lot. If you like that scent of freshly shaven wood, you know, like literally cedar, and mixed with vanilla and all these other wonderful notes, I think that you will really enjoy Patchouli Cedar. I did not think I would like it. On first spray, it was not like my fave. So you can purchase these fragrances in a 30 ml or 100 ml bottle. I would say that they're quite affordable, and if you're not sure about it and you just want to try it out, you can also purchase the samples that I will show you in a minute. Rose Oud was one I was super excited about. I've gotten to really love oud in the past, I would say, year or so. And of course, I love rose in my fragrances, so I expected this one to definitely be amazing. I do love the rose and oud combo in this one. It is very different, very unique. It smells very expensive. Once I sprayed it on, it immediately gave me a Tom Ford vibe. It gave me the vibe of Armani Privé line, those fragrances. This one is inspired by François Dubois Parisian. When I did spray it though, it gave me a little bit of that Elizabeth and James Nirvana rose. So if you like that fragrance, you might enjoy this one as well. I am a fan of oud and I am a fan of rose. That is why I selected this one. Like I said, all the full-size bottles were my personal choices. I selected those. I love this one more on the dry down than I do at first spray. The projection is moderate on this one. and it lasts all day long. It lasts all day long. Longevity is incredible on Rose Oud. I feel like longevity is pretty good overall on the fragrances, but I found that I could detect Rose Oud hours and hours after even my workday had ended. So the first one that Johan selected for me to try out was Cardamom Vanilla. This one was an instant love. Instantaneous love. I was not sure how I was going to feel about it, you know, but it was a love at first sniff. This one is inspired by Kilian Intoxicated. If you like the scent profile of Kilian Intoxicated, but don't want to spend as much, you can get equal quality with Cardamom Vanilla at a much more affordable price. The shipment comes in pretty quickly considering that it's from Sweden. It comes in within a week. That is very impressive to me. You also get a personalized note from the owner. It says, "Thank you so much for your support. Best regards from Sweden, Johan." So sweet. I do like the attention to detail. They have their own perfumer in-house. They package everything. It is all done by Niche4All. It is spicy yet warm. On first spray, it has almost a clean vibe to it as well, but once it settles down, you get more of that warmth from it. There is also nutmeg, coffee, and vanilla. So I do not detect the coffee much in this one at all, but I do get that warm coziness. It gives you that creamy, warm drink vibe, like with spice on top, grated nutmeg on top. It is beautiful. Love, love, love that one. I was not expecting to like it. This is like one of my favorites. If you see on this, I said love it, because I do. Cardamom Vanilla, one of my absolute favorites from the ones I received. In case you're wondering, this one does sit a little bit closer to the skin. It smells delicious on you. It is very, very nice, very beautiful, doesn't project as much, and the longevity on this one to me is moderate. The next one on my list is Vanilla Oud. This one is inspired by Parfum de Marly Layton and Layton exclusive. I feel like the vanilla is toned down. You get the vanilla more so in the dry down. This one has quite a bit of notes in it, but to my nose, it is probably one of the least complex ones that I received to me. It is just very pretty. I feel like this would be beautiful on both women and men. To me, this one exudes confidence. It exudes like a little bit of sexiness. Also, there is like a comforting factor as well. It could be the vanilla. It could be all the other notes in it. Johan did not ask me to make this video. I did it all on my own, just because I really enjoyed the fragrances. I was impressed by the quality of the fragrance. In my collection, I have fragrances that range from very affordable to very expensive. And this one smells expensive, it performs really well, and I just enjoy the line altogether. I did like Vanilla Oud, not as much as some of the others I've mentioned before. But this one is nice. I get a little sexy vibe from this one. I do like it a lot. Next up is another one of my favorites. I don't know how he did it, but he chose the ones I love the most. Benzo VANIL has incredible lasting power. It projects pretty well and it smells amazing. It was a love after the fact. The reason being that when I first sprayed it, it did give me that syrupy, deep honey type of vibe. I wasn't sure initially what it is that I didn't like. Once it settled down on the paper, I started to enjoy it so much more. And then I wore it on my skin, and that is where it blossomed like incredibly. This one is inspired by Taklamakan by Stefan Umber Lucas. I don't know. I wasn't familiar with this brand till I received these fragrances from Niche4All. And then, of course, I had to look it up and see what it was all about. I do like the packaging. The packaging is fuego. Back to Benzo VANIL. Benzo VANIL on my skin is absolutely stunning. I was surprised how well it performed and how much I liked it. The initial syrupy composition wasn't my thing till I allowed it to dry down. So that's why I always say, do give fragrances a chance to settle down, whether it's on your skin or on paper, for you to really make a decision. Because based on first spray only, I probably would not have added that to my top favorites. Yeah, the dry down to me is absolutely amazing. It takes the cake completely. I would describe Benzo VANIL as being rich, syrupy. It has a lot of depth. It is also sweet. If you ever get to try this one out, I recommend going straight on your skin with this one. It is different, but I promise you will fall in love with it. It is so good. Definitely one of my favorites in this little selection that I received. The last one on my list is Amber Saffron. If you can just guess what this is inspired by, I'll give you a few seconds. Yeah, if you guessed Baccarat Rouge 540 or the X Straight, you would be right. I have one Baccarat Rouge 540. I have dupes of it in every form. This one is a good one. This one is very good. Love at first spray on this. Love at first spray. Because I do like the Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA a lot. I tend to gravitate towards fragrances that smell like that. It has that DNA if that's your thing and you want to try that out. I like the sweetness mixed with the woodiness on this one, and it is just so beautiful. You do have a little bit of airy factor to it, so it's very light whenever you spray it on. For the price, I feel like these are definitely worth the try. Again, if you do not want to invest in the full size, or you're not sure about the line, just get some samples and try them out. They are affordable. And did I mention that you buy 2 and you get the 3rd one for free? That's like the best part. It's a 3 for 2 deal on all bottles. You purchase 2 full sizes, you get the 3rd one for free. Can't beat that. Thank you again to Johan and his team for gifting me these fragrances. I am enjoying them. I will be putting them into use. I do have what I would consider a very big fragrance collection. I rotate my fragrances a lot. I am excited to have Niche4All in my collection, and I'm looking at some others that I do want to try. So I will put all the details for the website in my description box if you guys are interested. Again, shipping is very fast all the way from Sweden, and you get fragrances at an affordable price that you won't regret buying. Thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.